So another Andy B 2-minute video. If you don't like the sight of blood, then you're okay, because I'm not about to show you blood. If you get a little bit woozy at the thought of blood, then keep watching anyway. So I had a splinter last week. We were doing a little tiny thing to the garden. The neighbour, rather unfairly, has taken out about 10 foot of hedge. And it basically means they can look right into our house, where that's been impossible for a couple of years. And we felt quite violated. So we got a big blue plastic tarpaulin. It's all we had. And we've covered that gap in the fence. In doing that, I managed to get a splinter, despite being really careful. So on one of my fingers, I've got a tiny splinter. Some of them came out really quickly. I could just pull them out, tweeze them out. This one is quite deep. There is a paste you can buy to get splinters out. It's wonderful. It's actually a drawing agent for boils. It also works on splinters. I'll put the name of the thing in the description. Anyway, have you ever become so comfortable with the uncomfortable? What do I mean? If this splinter didn't hurt, I would possibly have never known about it. If you have no sense in your feet, perhaps you're diabetic, and you get a stone in your shoe, you could destroy your feet. The pain that we feel from standing on that stone is a really, really good thing, because it means there's a problem. So what do? Take the shoe off, take the stone out. If you can't feel your feet, you've got a bit of a problem, haven't you? You've got no sense there, so you have to be more careful. Splinters need to be extracted. Sometimes we might not feel it. If it had been somewhere else in my body, perhaps, but it's right at the end of my finger. So I'm always catching it. I type an email and my finger bounces off the keys and I can feel the splinter. The little paste stuff I've got from a pharmacy is working great. In a few days, maybe at the most, it should come out on its own. But if I didn't, I could have an infection. In fact, there was looking like an infection to start with. The paste, again, it draws out anything, so it's not a problem. If we've got things in our life that are bad, we should be uncomfortable with it. As Christians, you might say the word sin. Sin is just another word for saying something that puts distance between me and God. Sin is simply the stuff we do in our life that pushes us away from God. Because God's everywhere, so he can't be pushed. He can't, move away from us, just saying. But it pushes us away from God because we don't want to see him because he'll know. Be very careful if there are things in your life that you are uncomfortable with, that you're trying to be okay with. They need to be extracted. And it might hurt, but it's better than what happens if you don't. Just a thought.